What social custom needs to be retired? Opening gifts in front of the gifter. I was exposed to the opposite custom while in Asia, where gifts are opened in private. It's so refreshing. You don't have to feign delight over something unwanted, unneeded, or that you're just going to return or regift later. Friend of mine got a $10,000 winner on a scratch a lotto ticket his coworker gave them. He said it was damn near impossible to keep a straight face as he stuffed it back in his stocking, but he managed. He didn't want to split it with the person who got it for him and just told them it was a loser. Lottery tickets are pretty awful gifts because of this. If the receiver wins, it's pretty much expected that they at least offer to give a part of it to the gift giver. If they don't win, you are not really giving them anything. Extravagant weddings. Spot on. Have a low-key wedding and an extravagant anniversary in 10 years time. Depleting your nest egg at the very outset of your relationship will put a lot of unnecessary pressure on everyone involved. Yes, I think rewards should always follow effort. Kindergarten graduation. First grade graduation, junior high graduation seems acceptable, and high school and college are the big ones. But please stop this. It's not a graduation. He is moving from the 4th grade 5th. It's psychotic. They keep creating new ways to celebrate mediocrity. The Incredibles. Looks like your caps lock got unstuck. Schools telling kids that college is for everyone and acting like trade school and community college aren't legitimate. When I was in high school a couple years ago, not only did they require teachers to devote a full day to pressuring people to go to a university, but we had an assembly where everyone who's been accepted to college got called up individually to walk to the center of the gym and be applauded. I'm sorry if this is taboo, but some people are not emotionally prepared for college at 18, and some people simply don't have what it takes. I sure wasn't, and I'm naturally pretty intelligent. There's no reason my slacker best friend who counted his sick days so he could take the maximum allowed every year and challenged himself to never read a single book for English his entire scholastic career should be pressured into taking $20,000 in debt simply because our culture says to before he decides it's too hard and drops out, or knocks a girl up and drops out, or any number of permutations thereof. That said, we really need to teach civics in high school to create an environment where someone can leave high school ready to go into a trade or whatever and be prepared to be a citizen of our country. I'm 25 and I will be a freshman in 1 week. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was totally irresponsible and not at all emotionally ready to handle the responsibility of college, nor do I think I could have possibly appreciated it back then. On top of everything, my parent made just enough that I would not receive a dime in financial aid, and I didn't qualify for many scholarships. Fast forward to now, and I'm going to a very good university. I have a very clear career path, and I'm going essentially to pick up new skills and connections in a field that I'm already established in, and because of my age I get to go for free. It's totally okay to wait to go to college. Referring to a black person as an African American is to not sound racist. Come the frick on, people. Every single black person does not come from Africa. Also, not every black person is American. African American is not a race. What do you call a black person in Africa, Europe, or anywhere else out the Americas? I think the term black is fine, just like the term white. There was some drama over a white guy coming from Africa to US and ticking African American box at school. Having family events when the entire family just hates each other because we're family. OMG, yes, my so's family always has get-togethers every holiday and all they do is try to see who is having the worst life at the moment. Did you hear about so and so's marriage? It's crumbling and she's had 3 miscarriages. I love her, but she needs to get it together. I just got the job of my dreams. How are you doing? My mom is one of 4 children, all adopted from different families. I don't know if that really has anything to do with it, but everyone in that family is so fundamentally a different person. It's painful. My mom gave birth to 3 clones of herself. Her siblings did the same and have clones of their own. So each family gathering is like 5 branches of people who are all very much like the people in their branch, but nothing at all like the other branches. We deal with it by pretending that isn't the case and speaking about absolutely nothing substantial in any sense of the word. Being shamed for turning down overtime at work. Sorry, but if I only have one day off this entire week, I'm taking it. If you ask me to come in on that day and I say no, asking are you sure? Think of the money over and over won't change anything. It normally ends up so that they keep badgering me until I flat out give made up excuse. Now I feel bad for lying. You clearly know I'm bullcrapping, but it's the only way to get you to stop. I just need a day to myself. Gym a break. Corp, we need you to give 110%. Me, are you paying me 110%? These are also the people that say nothing in life is free. Yeah, well, neither is my bloody time. Guys must ask the girls out. Countless millions of potential happy relationships / marriages have been lost out on because the guy was too scared to ask out the girl, and the girl, even while interested in the guy, never asked him out due to custom. My wife asked me out 14 years ago. We probably wouldn't be together if she didn't. I was clueless. I asked out my boyfriend after a month of being super flirty with each other. It was to the point where it felt like we were already dating, and friends thought the same. Maybe 2 months after, I asked him if he would ever ask me out / confessed how he felt if I hadn't done it. He said no, because he wasn't sure if it was actual flirting and didn't want to ruin our friendship. Almost 2 years in, and I'm so incredibly happy I did. Having to post yourself doing something good on social media or it never happened mentality. I just went through the scariest storm of my life here in Houston with Hurricane Harvey. Tons of people were posting pictures of them helping demo walls in houses, which is totally fine and dandy. But people were actually complaining about how others waited too long to start helping, as if just because I didn't post the day after the hurricane, that I was inside a house busting down walls, that I never helped. Sorry, I just don't need to film myself or document myself to prove that I was helping. Not everyone needs to give themselves the old social media pat on the back. It's so annoying the type of society we live in now. I just stopped using social media, except Reddit, love it, and feel so much better. When one understands it's useless, it's easy to quit. I only care about my loved ones. Who cares about some girl or dude you met 10 years ago? Puzzles. Back in my day, you stepped to a girl like a freaking G and asked her to prom. You didn't do all this extra crap and she didn't expect you to do all that extra crap either. I asked my senior prom date over AOL Instant Messenger. I asked someone in my math class that I had never spoken to before. I just walked up to her, said, "Hey, do you want to go to prom with me?" She said yes. Then I sat down. We probably didn't talk for another 2 weeks when she approached me wanting to know if we were going to go with her friends, my friends, or as a big group. We ended up dating for about 4 years after that. Businessmen have to wear suits. When it's 100 degrees in the middle of July, it's too damn hot to wear a suit. Working at Enterprise Rent-A-Car ruined suits for me. Having to wash cars every day in a full suit sucks so much ass. It was absolutely miserable, and I hate wearing suits now because of this. I ruined so many ties because they got sucked up in vacuum as I was bending over. Suits got wore out quicker than they should have as well. Frick Enterprise. I was looking for this comment. People still find it hard to believe when I tell them about washing cars / shoveling snow in a full suit. Giving money as a gift being impersonal. My dad and his wife give me money for every birthday or holiday, and it's always my favorite gift. I'm a poor young adult who has lost all desire for material possessions. All I want for my birthday is help paying off my student loans and, to splurge on fresh herbs from the grocery store instead of dried ones. Oh, how pleasant. The unwritten rule that you must spend every major holiday with your family. My wife and I have been married for 8 years and this is our first Christmas not doing anything with extended family. It just worked out this way naturally this year with everyone having a different plan or unable to travel. We are so excited it is ridiculous, and it's going to likely become the normal thing for us, except on rare occasions. Extremely expensive prom dresses. I built a $1,200 computer few months back, and people were like, "You spent $1,200 on a computer, you crazy." Then my sister spent, well, my dad spent $800 on my sister's prom dress and no one bats an eye. Honestly, she only used that dress once, and a computer I can use for years to come. peer pressure to drink. Sometimes, I don't want that crap. If I can deal with that, you can deal with that. I frequently deny drinks without being pressured or harassed. You might be in the wrong circle. There are plenty valid excuses, like I just don't feel like it, and I'm driving soon, or whatever. I don't know if I've ever been peer pressured to drink. My friends are too stingy to force drinks on me. Guys always having to make the first move in a relationship. Women, at least most I personally know, complain so often that men are horrible at picking up signals. Well then why don't they make the first move and be upfront? It's too scary? Afraid you'll look creepy? Afraid of rejection? Yeah, welcome to our lives. Crap's terrifying, but give us a break please. My girlfriend made the first move when I was taking it too slow. That was 3 years ago. Just go for it. Having someone openly and blatantly express interest in a guy is so rare it will likely make their week. More like make their month or year. Custom seems to dictate that men needn't be complimented or that women do, both of which are bull. I still remember when this girl said I looked nice in the sweet pants I was wearing. Made my junior year. A girl told me I was a great hugger in my sophomore year of high school. I think about that at least every other week. Asking couples when they'll get married or have a baby. This is incredibly presumptive and rude. Firstly, I have known plenty of people who dated the same person for a few years then broke up with them. Or even was engaged then broke up. Just because two people are together for a while does not automatically imply marriage. Secondly, what if for some reason the couple can't have kids? Do you really want to be on the receiving end of that awkward conversation? Oh hey words, you and your girlfriend have been together for quite a while. When will there be grandkids? Well, overly intrusive grandpa, my girlfriend's ovaries literally exploded inside of her so unfortunately, she can't have any kids. Also kids allowed, nasty money sinks. We'll pass. When are you going to have children? Never. We hate children. Shuts people up pretty quickly. Or gets them reeling. This is what my wife and I say. When are you going to have children? Whenever we can get one to stick and not miscarry. Might just be local, but forcing kids to hug people they don't like / aren't comfortable with. Oh, honey. That's your great aunt's cousin's daughter's mom. Give her a hug. Hug your grandma. You'll hurt her feelings if you don't. I hated this as a kid. I hate seeing it pushed on other kids now. I'll flat out tell the kid, you will not hurt my feelings and I won't be upset if you don't want a hug. My nephew is on the spectrum, and as a kid we'd high five because that's what he was okay with. Seriously, my son is going to grow up being told that it doesn't matter if it's his cousin, grandma, mom or dad, future wife, nobody gets to guilt or threaten you into physical contact. I hate being the adult in this situation. Like, no, your 3-year-old doesn't need to hug her uncle, me, and my dog before we can leave. Ugh. Working yourself to death just so you can say you work hard. Frick the expectation that you need to sacrifice your life for some asshole's profits. I quit a warehouse job recently due to crap pay and terrible working conditions. $10/HR after taxes and union fees are taken out brings it down to around $8/HR. Only scheduled for 10-15 hours a week despite me being promised 30. Running around in a 100-degree F warehouse while covered in dirt and dust. Sweat plus dirt plus dust equals constantly runny nose, sneezing out black stuff, breaking out in acne from touching your face, not to mention how it ruins most of your clothes. My dad gave me so much crap for it. You're pathetic. You're always looking for the easy way out. You don't know how to work hard. You're goddamned right. If I can earn the same amount of money doing an easier job in an air-conditioned environment, you bet your freaking ass I will. My daddy's so old school it hurts. He told me he wouldn't work for a different company, even if he was offered a 40% raise, as leaving would be disloyal to the company he currently works for. The same man that complains about how much he hates most of the people he works with. When I was your age I was working in a factory doing the same crap you were doing. Cool. But like, shouldn't you be glad that it isn't necessary for me to do that in order to live? Having experience for entry-level jobs. If I'm applying for a job at McDonald's, a cart associate, or anything that is going to pay me minimum wage, require nothing of me customer service wise, I should never lose an opportunity to get a job because I don't have enough experience. I had to deal with this, and my brother is dealing with it. I shouldn't have to know people to get a job at Arby's. Service industry, low pay jobs exist because you can literally hire people who have no experience for them. Yet my brother hears he doesn't have work experience and that they are hiring a person with one more job worth of experience before him.